How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So my dad just bought a Yamaha Virago 535. Now there seems to be a problem with it. It doesn't want to start, so I'm going to try and diagnose it and see if I can get one. So let's get into it. Now, bit of a backstory story on this bike. The previous owner said it last ran in 2003. He got it up and running, got it past its MOT, and now it doesn't run. So I need to figure out why. Right, so I'm going to give it a bit of a run, because all I know from last time, the start motor just spins. And that seems to be what it's all doing at the moment. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is take the spark plugs off and see what conditions they're in. Now they are looking a bit black, so I think they're going to need to be changed at some point. Right, so there is spark, so that's really good. So I'm not going to take the other side off. I'm going to check the carbs next. Oops. As I'm still new to this bike, I'm just having a good look around, trying to figure out how this fuel is fed to the carbs and see is there fuel tap, just so I can turn it off and take the carbs out if need to be. Okay, so next to me in here we've got the fuel filter right here, and they go into the carbs. So I'm just trying to find a shut off valve. The last thing I'll do is like start unscrewing that and fuel starts leaking out. So what I'm going to do is just put some water in that in there, because I think as long as it's not going to leak out, it should be like flow out. That's only dripping, but I'm hoping that's not going to come all the way out, and it's more fuel pump suction instead. Nope, that's leaking a lot, so we just turn it off. Okay, so it's not that. Right, so the other option is I can take the tank off. So from what it looks like is that the airflow is going through the tank itself, and maybe I could spray into it and clean the carbs out that way, rather than trying to unscrew it all and have fuel leaking everywhere. So there's the pipe. So there's a spring. Now as you can see on these set of carbs, it has a seal around the top, which is the vacuum. So as you open up the throttle, it creates the air, fuel and mixture to create that vacuum sort of performance to bring it all in together. Okay, let's take it out. That looks all good. I'll just give it a good clean out and then flush all that crap through. Just a reminder, if you ever have to do this to your set of carbs, to make sure you put that seal back on the way it was, as you'll find out later in the video. Looks good. Wonderful. See if it's making any difference. Come on, old girl. Oh, no. Okay, so I've got it running, took it around the block, and it seems to be idling very high, and it seems to be like misfiring as well, so it still could be the carbs, or there might be a spark out. Right, so the only option I can do is drain out the tank, then that at least gives me some space to get the carbs out, because I can't get to the carbs out because it's going to leak out fuel. So I'm going to have to find something to put the fuel into. So as you can see, I am still learning about this bike, and I come to the conclusion that I never actually had to empty the fuel tank itself because it has an electrical fuel pump. So I wasted all that time trying to get all this fuel out, but never really had to. So I changed the first jet, which was actually pretty bunged up. So as you can see, I'm going to do the second one now. Okay, so that's one jet done. Yeah, so you probably can't see through it, but that jet is bunged up.
Are you in it?
Yeah, we're getting there.
Was that the jets?
Yeah.
Yes, what was it?
Yeah, getting a bit clearer. It's very gunged up.
Wheel WD-40.
No. Get a car cleaner.
Oh, special stuff.
Yeah, because
You got a walking stick now?
Yes, mate. Yeah, I need to walk the
cheers,
with the Zimmer
So you don't feel out like that?
You've got a shepherd's bloody hook. Oh yeah.
We'll both walk up the road at night like that.
No, yeah. You know why he's got this bridge for? To get the sheep on here, right?
Let's walk down the road like that.
Okay, so I've done the carbs, I've cleaned the jets out. I'm just going to put everything back together, put fuel back into it, and hopefully we'll get somewhere. Alright, okay, moment of truth. We've got fuel leaking. Not what I wanted. Okay, that's not what I want. So what I've done, when I was putting the carb back together, I didn't quite put the float in correctly, so it was leaving a gap between the float and the pin itself, and the fuel's coming out the overflow pipe. Now, you'd think cleaning the carbs out would have solved the issue, I thought, but it was still running sluggish, the throttle wasn't revving right, and I was at the point where it's really testing my emotions, because I spoke to my dad about it, and we said we'll probably just take it to an actual mechanic. Now, I am no mechanic, but I love working on the bikes. I love taking them apart, stripping them, and figuring out why it's not working, or changing the service on it. But I went a bit home, a little bit disheartened, and also did some research, and then the parts come the next day, and I thought, right, let's give it another go and see if I can sort it. Alright, and we're back. So I've got some new spark plugs. We're going to take this off because I don't think I'll put the seal back on right on the carbs. I also got a new throttle cable, so we're going to change those and see how I get one. Okay, moment of truth. Well, that's too high. So, as you can see, what I've done, I've put the cable on the wrong end, so it was revving higher, and I need to put on the other setting of the throttle so that it runs on a lower, if that makes sense.
Alright now.
Yeah, it sounds a lot better now. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting there.
Yeah, just
Okay,
So
so
you've got to work backwards. That's why I thought, right, that's got to go back to a certain level, so it's got to do something up here. So you need to give it a bit more.
Yeah, I think I know what I've done wrong. So
Go on.
I think I put it's meant to go on that way. We'll get try it.
So you want to have a bit more freedom in that cable. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go, that's better. Well, and that, and what? You can't, and you sort that out, yeah. Well, bit of pain work on you, yeah, and you have to adjust it. You have to adjust it.
There you go, people. I've got it fixed. So let's take it around for a spin.
Yeah, it's a lot better. Sounds nice.
Yeah. Right. There you are, people. So like it, subscribe it. Stay tuned for the next one.